Because remember, one of the biggest points of this human experience is to come back into remembrance of who you actually are. These other things take you away from that. They all take you away from that, teaching you that your power is outside of you. Let's pray to something completely outside of ourselves and just think of ourselves as just this lowly human who has no power, and all the power is outside of yourself. That is powerlessness. That is not empowerment. That is also making you fear things, saying, "Oh, if you don't act this way, you're going to hell. If you don't do this, punishment, punishment, punishment." Remember, the divine does not actually judge. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mystic Temple Spirituality for a New Age. I'm Monica Bay, also known as the Divine Mother, and I am here to bring you truth. Okay, so today, in today's Divinity session, we have, and yet again, once again, the Cosmic Collective Consciousness does not disappoint. We we have another passage from the Book of Rashida, and it is amazing. But before we get into that, I just want to say, in case you missed it, remember the second Sunday of every month, we have the Open Circle, which is where I go live and give a talk and teach something, and we do a bunch of exercises and energy work every second Sunday of the month in our Facebook group. So make sure that you join the Facebook group if you're not a part of that. And if you missed it, you can go back and watch the replay of this past live that we did just this past week. It was amazing. We did a crown chakra opening on everyone. Everyone had amazing experiences, like mind-blowing experiences, and very, very strong spiritual experiences. And I was getting a lot of feedback from you guys about that afterwards and during. And yes, we will continue to inspire, to evoke positivity, to evoke change, and to allow you guys to really elevate every month. So again, don't forget to join the Facebook group or go back and watch live if you missed it. You definitely want this one. All right. So next, we are going to get started with the passage that we have today from the Book of Rashida, and it is as follows. I've seen the ways of this world and the ways of others. It is not my way, but their way that dawns the night and brings the darkness. So, as usual, this is layered and layered and layered with meanings. So, let's start at the beginning of this passage where it says, I've seen the ways of this world and the ways of others. So, remember, this is the cosmic collective consciousness speaking. So, in their omnipresence, uh, can observe, right, this world, because remember, there are more than this world. Don't be spiritually narcissistic. There's more than just this world. We also have, there are tons and tons of other worlds, and we incarnate, just as we spoke about in a previous divinity session about reincarnation. You know now that we incarnate into different lifetimes, into different worlds as well, not just Earth, not just this human experience. So they're referring to it, multiple things here. So it's not just in this world. So this is one of the meanings that they're referring to here. They're talking about the ways of this world and the ways of others. So it's a comparison to the way we live, the even the universal laws that exist in this plane that we're in right now versus others. And then they go on to say that it is not my way, but their way that dawns the night and brings the darkness. So this sentence right here is super, super, super layered. Okay. So usually I'm going to start at dawns. Okay. When we talk about something dawning, that's beginning something, right? And usually what dawns, and that's why we call it dawn in the morning, is bringing light. Usually something that dawns brings light. And I find it interesting that here they said dawns the night versus the light, right? Dawns the night and brings the darkness. So let's go back to the beginning of that sentence where it says, it is not my way, but their way. So this has multiple meanings. So what they're referring to is the previous sentence of this world versus other worlds, but it is also more so referring to the different people on this planet and the different theologies and philosophies on this planet. And what the cosmic collective consciousness is really talking about here is the false philosophies that we have in this world, that we are currently, everyone else outside of Mystic Temple is being ingrained with, right? These falsehoods, these false notions, these limiting beliefs, all of the illusions that we're taught, all the fear mongering that's happening, and everything that shapes people's incorrect perspectives. Okay. And those incorrect perspectives begin to dawn the night and the darkness of their own realities, of the realities that they're perpetuating, of fear, of chaos, and of powerlessness. That's really what's happening right now in this world, and that's what's been happening in this world. And this is exactly why Mystic Temple and the Book of Rashida have been brought here to change that and to really bring back the light, because what's been dawned is not the light. What's been dawned is the night and the darkness. Now, diving deeper into the meaning here and why they said the words night and darkness, it's symbolic of negativity. It's symbolic of shadows, of secrets, of deception, all of those things. So, what they're really talking about here is how everyone has been deceived, how everyone has had incorrect perspectives on life, which has led us to a life of ignorance, a life of suffering, and a life of grief, and all of the negative things that we don't want in life, right? Because we want happiness, we want all the great things that we want. And this is talking about how all of that is the case. And I've seen the way of this world and others, and it is not my way, but their way. And who are they? They are the ones who are perpetrating this false narrative of powerlessness, of fear mongering, of not being able to of not really being able to understand your power, of not believing in yourself, of putting the power outside of you instead of within you. That's them. Okay. And when it says it is not my way but their way, that dawns the night and brings the darkness. So these other pathways, these other religions, these other social programming techniques and brainwashing that is happening in our society, and not just in one particular country. It's everywhere in the world that it's happening. And this dawns the night and it brings the darkness, because it doesn't allow your light to shine. It doesn't allow you to fully be in your essence and to even understand your essence. Because remember, one of the biggest points of this human experience is to come back into remembrance of who you actually are. These other things take you away from that. They all take you away from that, teaching you that your power is outside of you. Let's pray to something completely outside of ourselves, and just think of ourselves as just this lowly human who has no power, and all the power is outside of yourself. That is powerlessness. That is not empowerment. That is also making you fear things, saying, "Oh, if you don't act this way, you're going to hell. If you don't if you don't do this, punishment, punishment, punishment." Remember, the divine does not actually judge. Okay? It does not judge. That's not its purpose. Its purpose is not to judge. Its purpose is to guide, to love, and to heal. Okay? So any kind of brainwashing or social conditioning and programming that you have received that tells you otherwise is incorrect, and it is taking you away from your power, not bringing you your power. Okay? And it is also not giving you truth. It is meant for social control. That's who they is. Okay? That's who they are. Socially controlling you, because that's what's been going on. And we've talked about this before in a few other sessions, but this passage really, really drives it home even more, to remember your power, to remember who you are, and to take that light path, not the dark path. The dark path is the easy path. Sure, put it in someone else's hands. Sure, absolutely. Put it in someone else's hands, and you don't have to worry about anything. Now nothing's your fault. Now you can point fingers everywhere else, because nothing belongs to you, right? Everything is something else. Oh, it's this force that doesn't want me to succeed. It's that force that doesn't want me to succeed. It's this force that wants to keep me down. There's no responsibility within yourself when you do that. So yes, that's easy. That's very easy, but it's incorrect. It's deception. It's wrong. And there's no other way to say it, okay? It is night and darkness, okay? We at Mystic Temple are bringing you into the light. We are bringing you into your power. It is the opposite of fear mongering. It is the opposite of disempowerment. It is empowerment, okay? And bringing you back to who you actually are, the divine being who is limitless in power, and who has the ability to shape their reality, and has the ability to not only shape your reality, but to shape the reality of the entire world. So on the other side, let's talk about where it says my path. It is my way, right? Instead of their way. We talked about their way. Their way leads to darkness. Let's talk about our way. Let's talk about the way of the cosmic collective consciousness. Let's talk about the way of the Book of Rashida, the way of Mystic Temple. This leads you to empowerment. This leads you to who you truly are, as I just said. And as you follow this path, this is encouragement to continue down your divine path, following this particular path to your empowerment, to your higher levels of consciousness, to your ascension. And now, when I'm talking about paths, I'm not referring to our individual paths, right? I'm referring to the path of following the light and acknowledging yourself. Now, that will manifest itself differently in each person's life because we all have our own path, right? But the overarching path is empowerment. The overarching path is remembering who you actually are and that divine light that is inside of you, and that you can not only harness that light, but that you can emit that light. You can wield that light as a powerful tool. And while each person's path certainly has some challenges in it, each person's path certainly has different things happening, right? The string that holds everything together is divinity. The string that holds everything together is truth, is peace, is grace, is joy, okay? Is prosperity, is abundance, and is ascension, spiritual growth. And staying on this path, the light path, right? We've talked about the light path a lot. That is partially the way we react to things in our lives, choosing the light path versus the dark path, choosing to be empowered instead of full of fear. That is choosing the light path. And so staying in this light path really helps you grow and continue to ascend. Now, I want to be clear also. Remember, the cosmic collective consciousness, the divine, does not judge. So this is not a judgment of, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, that's wrong, that's right. What it is telling you here is to get on the path. And if we find ourselves off the path, as happens naturally in life, from time to time, we do fall off the path and we go off the light path and find ourselves in darkness. We find ourselves really, really going down a rabbit hole of darkness and fear and all of those things. But I'm here to pull you out. And that's what Mystic Temple is all about. That's what the Book of Rashida is all about. And we are here to pull you out. You can also pull yourself out because the power really at the end of the day lies within you. You are the powerful one. Okay, we are all our own gods, and we are gods within ourselves. And it's because of that divine energy that flows through us. Let's make no mistake about that. No mistake about that. You are divine, and there is nothing more powerful than you in this world and in your world, in your universe. There is nothing more powerful than you. So anything outside of you, yes, that's great. But at the end of the day, we know about oneness, as the Book of Rashida teaches, and we are all one anyway. So there's really absolutely nothing outside of you anyway, okay, if we want to talk about that. Mic drop. There is nothing, there's nothing outside of you anyway. But it's the recognition and the acknowledgement of who you are that allows you to walk that light path and allows you to be free from that deception. Because remember, the night also represents deception. And this is a huge deception that's been given to everyone that we are now unveiling and moving forward to really show what's actually happening in this world and what we're really here for and taking our power back. So I encourage you to, of course, stay on the divine path, but really focus on your divine path. Focus on your spirituality. Focus on also your life, because the divine path, again, is not just about spiritual growth. It is also about growth in this physical plane, in this human experience. So I encourage you to have more self-awareness and self-reflection. This will allow you to stay on the light path. If you are self-reflecting all the time, if you are going into silence, as we talked about in the last session, if you are doing these things, you will notice right away when you start to veer off path. Okay? Allow your soul and your spirit and the divine, the cosmic collective consciousness, to guide you, to continue to guide you always through life. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever you work with, allow that guidance to continue forth. And remember, there is nothing limiting your power. There is nothing limiting what you're capable of in this world. And continuing down that path in fearlessness, okay? Fearlessness. Fear is easy. Fearlessness is not so easy, okay? We're not taking the easy path. The easy path is usually the darker path. The lighter path takes a little bit more effort and a little bit more belief in yourself to continue on that path. And that is the challenge. That is what I'm challenging you with today. keeping a journal is a great way to make sure that you stay on path. When you start writing journal entries, there's some things that come out of your mouth. You're like, did I just say that? What's really going on? And then that can help you really start to be more introspective and understand what stages are you in right now on your journey in life, and what does that mean? What needs to be worked on? What needs to be eradicated? Was that just a limiting belief that came out of your mouth? Is that what that was? Was that just a negative perspective that you just wrote down? Journaling is an amazing way to be introspective. And all you have to do, if you're a person that is like not really good at expressing yourself and things like that, just put pen to paper and start writing. I guarantee you things will start to happen. You will start writing things that you're like, oh, whoa, where'd that come from? And then you can start to actually do that self work and stay on your journey. And I'm giving you guys all the tools that you need in order to actually elevate, in order to heal yourselves, in order to do all of those things. So, again, stay tuned and stay up to date with what's going on in the Facebook group, and obviously all of these divinity sessions, and everything, everything that we have going on. Pay attention and focus, and you will get all the tools that you need. But one of the major things that anyone can do, no matter what you're up to, is journaling. Journaling will allow you to stay on that light path, because as soon as you realize that you are off that path, you need to get right back on. And again, life will take us on and off our path all the time, and this is part of the challenge. These are part of the boulders and obstacles and challenges that get put in our way. And like I've said before, it's like a video game. You have to get through those boulders and challenges to get to those next levels. And that's what you should be working on every single day. But with faith and with knowledge in your power and trust in yourself, that you know that all of this is going to happen. It's not like you have to work really, really hard, right? There are some times, some challenges that you do have to work really hard to get through. But mostly you can be in flow on this path. I'm explaining that to you because a lot of times people, when they hear this, they're like, oh my God, I got to do all this work. And then there's an angst behind that. That's not good energy. Okay. That's not good energy. We want light, bright, positive energy. And that is energy of being in flow. That is energy of just allowing your path to unfold, doing what you need to do physically, doing what you need to do energetically to ensure you are in your best positions as that unfolding occurs, but just allowing it to unfold. It's not a force, okay? It's not forcing anything, because we don't have to force what is already ours. Understand that. We don't have to force what is already ours. All we have to do is claim and command it within the universe. Why? Because we are the universe. We can claim and command that, and so it is. And with that being said, I am now going to speak love, life, and empowerment and awakening into all of you at home using the divine language. Okay. O Shabikosa. O Shabikosa Vectusos. O Shabikosa. O Sabikosa tes. O Shabikosa. O Shabikosa Vectusos. Evumasti breel. Evumasti breel. Shishembreel. Shishembreel. Evumasti breel. Evumasti hokasabi felehoki. Vispo osi u eshna popo eshnasha. Eshna popo eshnasha. Evumasti hokasabi. Kosabi, kosabi, bikosa, kosabi, bikosa, kosabi, bikosa, eshna popo eshnasha, eshna popo eshnasha, eshna popo eshnasha, briel, 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 eshna popo eshnasha. And now I will end with a prayer in the divine language, which essentially means peace be unto you. Zor Kunti. And I'll see you next time.
Light up the stage, I'm a supernova. Out of this world, I'm taking over. Elevate higher, I'm a high flyer. No time for your low vibration. Rising up, I'm breaking all the barriers. Unstoppable force, legendary warrior. I'm superhuman, beyond imagination. No low vibrations gonna cause hesitation. I'm eternal power, shining bright as hell. Unleashing my mind, day and night. Pushing the limits, breaking through the roof. No time to waste, I'm the living proof. I'm the living proof. superhuman. Beyond imagination. No low vibrations gonna cause hesitation. I'm eternal power, shining bright as hell, unleashing my mind, day and night, pushing the limits, breaking through the roof, no time to waste. I'm the living proof. I'm eternal power, shining bright as hell. I'm eternal power. I'm eternal